Over on Alternet, C.J. Whirlman, who writes regularly for Alternet, is talking about how the Bible, I'm quoting, the Bible doesn't mention anything about contraception or abortion. Actually, I would say that it does. If you go into the Old Testament, God, in a couple of cases, caused abortions. But setting that aside, the Bible does not forbid contraception or abortion, but he says it hasn't stopped 89 million American evangelicals from acting as if thou shalt not consume a pregnancy pill were one of the 10 Commandments, or an anti-pregnancy pill. And then he goes on to say an overwhelming majority of hyper-religious Americans, and Americans in general, can't debate theology. They don't understand what's in their Bible. And then he cites a bunch of these studies. 95% of households own at least one copy of the Bible, but 60% of Americans can't name more than 5 of the 10 Commandments. 12% of American adults think Joan of Arc was Noah's wife. Half of all high school seniors think Sodom and Gomorrah were a married couple. They were a couple of cities, if half of people don't know this, I should probably be telling you the story. Sodom and Gomorrah were these 2 cities, and one of them was where Lot went to live with his wife, and the people came, the sodomites, the sexual whack jobs, I guess, came and said to him, he had a bunch of young daughters. And they came and they were climbing all over his house saying, "We want your daughters." And I think he offered them one or something. He offered them something, and it wasn't enough. And eventually, God struck down the city and said to Lot and his wife, "You have to walk away and don't look back. If you look back, bad things will happen." So they walked away from the city, and Lot's wife turned around and looked back, and boom! God turned her into a pillar of salt. And so then it was just Lot and his 2 daughters. And so they went up on the mountain, and Lot got drunk, and his daughters seduced him. And the children that they produced became part of the lineage that leads directly to Jesus. So here you have, incest. It is a very strange story. Well, half of Americans don't know this story. Only half of Americans knew that John the Baptist was not one of the 12 apostles. No, he was the guy who prophecy said would come before the Messiah and inform us about the coming of the Messiah. Sort of like Mitt Romney and Ted Cruz. They think that they're playing the role of John the Baptist, sort of. And 82% believe that God helps those who help themselves is a biblical verse. In fact, it's the exact opposite of what the Bible says. It says help others. Or at least what Jesus says. Well, actually, the Old Testament, too. So, it's really pretty amazing. Most people don't know that the Bible says that you must be put to death if you curse your parents, if you are drunken, if you work on a Sabbath, and you must kill a woman who lies about her virginity. Who says that she is a virgin when she's not. Kill her. Deuteronomy 22:20 through 21. There are 613 commandments in the first 5 books of the Old Testament. And in Matthew, in the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus explicitly said, I didn't come to blow those things up. I came to fulfill them. You still have to live by the old law, basically. So we've got this biblical ignorance that these 5 right-wing Republican male Catholic justices on the Supreme Court are using to say, a corporation can have a religion, and that religion can say that its magical sky god told it that women must not have birth control. Which leads to the second story, which is over at the Center for American Progress. Tara Culp-Brusser wrote it, thinkprogress.org, where they did a study and they found out that when they asked people, is it fine for a woman to have sex with a man she just met if they both want to? The people who said no, which by and large would be like the religious conservatives or the conservatives in general, also agree with the statement that women need a partner to support them financially. In other words, this is all about this whole Hobby Lobby thing is about the worldview that says that women should be men's property, or at least should be subordinate to men, or controlled by men because the man is supporting them financially, and money is power. This is all about women not having power. That's what Hobby Lobby is all about, and Conestoga Wood Products and all these other companies, and this whole religious right thing. It is all about disempowering women. And I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe that women across America are figuring that out. And they're starting to say, you know, this is nuts.